everyone, Scott Colley, West Ham Fan TV, returning with a big match preview. Today I'm previewing the West Ham v Newcastle game, 3 o'clock kickoff at the London Stadium. Another tough 6-pointer. You know, great run of form. Obviously that defeat to Arsenal in the Carabao Cup wasn't, you know, it was a terrible performance, and it's got in the way of 3 decent games. You know, we're unbeaten our last 3 Premier League fixtures. Clean sheets in all 3 of them as well, you know, so we were full of confidence. Very, very disappointing how we played against Arsenal in the Cup, but that's done. Need to concentrate on this game Saturday. Newcastle have had that couple of days extra rest, so that's going to be going well for them, you know, so we've got to be really careful. Newcastle last time out, they also lost 1-0 to Arsenal. They've tightened up a bit at the back. Their last 2 fixtures against Everton and Arsenal, they lost them 1-0. Previous to that, they conceded 11 goals in 4 games, so they have tightened up quite a lot. You know, when we look at them statistics, but they haven't won in their last 6 fixtures. I think they got 1 win in their last 9, I do believe. You know, so they are on a poor run, whereas our run of form now, you know, we're on the up. So we need to go into this game very confident, be very professional about it, you know, and try and get the win to boost ourselves out of the bottom 5, 6 places. You know, it's very, very tight down there. If we lose against Newcastle, you know, we could find ourselves back in the bottom 3 for Christmas. So it's a very important game, this one. You know, we want to sort of get the result here, go to Bournemouth knowing that if we do slip up there, we're not going to drop back in that bottom 3 and begin the new year in the bottom 3. So, you know, as I said, it's a tough fixture, 6-pointer, but, you know, hopefully we can get a result. When we look at the previous meetings against the 2 sides, Newcastle won out 3-0 winners up at St James's Park. I think it was, you know, right at the beginning of the season. Not one of our best performances, let's be honest. You know, there's been a few shockers this season, and that's definitely one of them. But the last time the 2 Newcastle travelled down to play us at London, we did run out 2-0 winners, and we are unbeaten in our last 2 games at home against Newcastle. So, you know, bit of confidence going into this one. We'll have to wait and see. The downside, we've only got 3 victories in our last 10 matches against Newcastle. 3 wins, 2 draws and 5 losses. So, you know, it's going to be a tricky one, but I'm very, very confident going into this game. Injury-wise, we were still without Byram and Font. Mark Noble was forced off against Stoke, so he's been missing for this one. Lanzini, obviously, has been banned by the FA for diving, so this is his 2nd game that he misses of his 2-match ban. Hopefully, we're going to have Cech and Fernandez both back fully fit for this one. Will they start? We'll have to wait and see. They'll probably see him on a bench, but, you know, it boosts the squad a bit because the squad is looking a bit thin at the moment. Newcastle, injury-wise, Mitrovic is definitely out, and John Joe Shelby is suspended. So they're the 2 key players really missing for them. I expect them to line up a 4-2-3-1 formation. Thinking back to the previous fixture when they beat us up at St James's Park, the pace did cause us a lot of problems. As I said, we have tightened up a bit at the back since then. You know, the performance has improved, but we just got to be a little bit wary that they don't catch us on the counter. You know, as I said, it isn't going to be an easy game. Player for me to watch out for, Matt Ritchie. Scotland international, very, very good player. Used to play for Bournemouth. Someone who I wouldn't mind seeing us go after. You know, he's got a good cross on him, decent free kick, you know, a very, very tricky winger. So, you know, he's one to keep an eye on, in my opinion. Okay, on to this week's question. Obviously, I'll read out your thoughts on this in the predicted start 11 show, but do you think Diafra Sakho deserves a start against Newcastle? Obviously, he's not everyone's cup of tea. We know all the history with him, but he did come off the bench against Stoke, get our 3rd goal. You know, he looks okay playing there. I understand he's had this massive argument with David Moyes over lack of starts, but obviously with Lanzini being out, suspended, Mark Noble being injured, do you think Diafra Sakho deserves to come in and get a start? You know, obviously Antonio will return. Zabaleta's also going to return on the right looking at it. But, you know, with them 2 players, one out injured, one out suspended, does Sakho deserve to come in, lead the line, play up top alongside Antonio with Arnautovic dropping in? Let me know your thoughts. I'll read them out at the start of the 11 show. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out all our other videos. The guys didn't do a post-match pint last night because they didn't get back till very late. So we will be covering the Arsenal Cup game in the post-match pint for the Newcastle game. Go check out all the fan cams. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow with the Starting 11 show. And one thing left to say, come on your hands.